Thousands of demonstrators have returned to the streets of the Georgian capital, Tbilisi, for a second night of protests. We have live images from those demonstrations in Tbilisi for you. There you can see them. Protesters have been angered by the government's suspension of EU membership talks until 2028. The pro-Russian prime minister says Georgia will still try to join the bloc, but with, quote, dignity and on its own terms. Last night, police used water cannon, pepper spray, and tear gas to disperse protesters outside Parliament. Maria Katamadze is on the streets of Tbilisi. Maria, we saw a violent crackdown on protests last night. What's the atmosphere like tonight?
Well, the situation is quite tense. As you might see on the background, there is a riot police mobilized right next to the parliament. We can hear that some of the protesters are firing the petards. The police has been using the water cannon. And what's striking for us is that people soaking wet, they would leave the Parliament Square for a few minutes and they will come back again, which makes it quite difficult for the police to disperse the crowd. Now, as you can see probably in the background, the police is issuing a warning, asking the protesters to leave the Parliament Square, otherwise they will use the force. So it's definitely quite sort of tense at the Parliament Square at this moment, but people refuse to go away at this point.
If at any point you feel like you need to go somewhere safe, just please let me know. If you want to keep talking, let's do that. For now, it does look like it's just fireworks behind you, I can tell you that. The Georgian Dream Party says it's not pro-Russian. What is behind that decision then to halt talks with the EU, especially when, over 80% of Georgians are for the accession to the European Union?
Yes, indeed, the Georgian Dream government claims it's not pro-Kremlin, but the people here don't seem to believe that, actually. I've been asking the protesters why you're here, why you are not happy, obviously, because, EU has been their long-standing dream to be part of the EU, and they're telling me that they're not happy with what they call, Russian government. They say that the government choose Russian side and they're not choosing, Russia's side. Now, the decision from the Georgian Dream government came right after, maybe a few hours later, after the European Parliament has issued a resolution. It's a non-binding resolution, but still it's a quite symbolic sort of move. Non-binding resolution suggesting and calling for new elections in Georgia and suggesting sort of sanctions against Georgian Dream officials. And it seems like Georgian Dream officials, they thought that so it means that the West is not recognizing our elections, which were disputed by the disputed elections, which were challenged by the president in the court, which is still appeal is still pending, by the way. And the observers also noticed some, irregularities, local and international observers. So it seems like while some countries, let's say non-democratic countries, most of them recognize the countries that are recognizing the Georgian Dream government is most of them, I would say, non-democratic. The West has chosen sort of cautious approach of not recognizing as of now, at least. And the Georgian Dream government seemed to be angry with that decision and thought to, break away from Europe, as they say, at least until 2028. But it doesn't seem to be, something that people here believe in. They say that if we lose this battle today, that's what their protesters say, it means that the doors to Europe are forever closed. I mean, not maybe forever, but for a long, long time for them.
That was DW's Maria Katamadze reporting from Tbilisi. Thank you so much, and please stay safe.